you to break it down. I need you to tell me how you've been doing, Twilight.
Yes.
So she's on right on the Twilight. All right. Well, first of all, I just want to tell you, Pack Rat, first of all, I love you so much. And, you know, I just want to say, like, throughout this competition, you were somebody that we always gravitated towards. Like, we just had that bond. So for us to be doing this right now, it's just like manifestation, period. But on top of that, I just want to say, I didn't know everything you went through, like, at all. So it all started when I started seeing your moments that you started doing on Instagram. And like, when I tell you the first, like, I'm getting chills right now. The first moment you posted, Pack Rat, I literally broke down. Because just like knowing you and like meeting you and like feeling your energy and just everything you bring to the table, like, I would have never known you was like struggling, like, to find a home and stuff, you know, because when you're like, you just made me feel like I was at home. So like, for you not to have one, like, is, to me, is mind blowing. So I really just want to tell you, girl, like, I literally love you so much. I respect you so much. And girl, like, just please keep telling your story, because even people who do know you like me, it's like, it's beautiful to really get to know you, and I respect you. So I just wanted to start by saying that.
Same to you. Okay, before he gets into his judge, I have to say that right back, okay? Because let me tell you, when I like, Twilight is a beacon of light. Point blank, period. I don't care. Like the whole thing from start to back, that is him. When I mean showing your entire soul on a stage in front of cameras, like, every time, whether it was on or off camera, I got Twilight. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't always the case for everybody, and I really enjoyed the fact that it was real. You know,
it was always real.
And the same thing, hearing what you've been through, you would never know, and this is just a general thing for LGBTQ, a lot of us hold in so much hurt and sorrow, and we are so scared to let it out because we have to be strong so that we can keep pushing, right? And to just see all the things that you went through as well, and hearing your family dynamic and your background and all the things that you were going through on the show, and even like the stuff about, I don't want to touch on it because I know we're going to go into tears, but hearing everything about your life, like, just really touched my soul. And it also helped me to know that I wasn't alone, you know? So just putting that right back on you. You already know my heart is there, my hands is there, my entire life.
Period.
But now about what you're going through in your life. So back to that.
No, stop. I just wanted to tell you how much I love you, period. But I guess for me, this has been like a very like weird time. You know, like, society is not okay. We have a big thing going on, like Black Lives Matter, and you know, I'm not Black. I dance because of Black culture. Like, this is so like passionate to me. Like, I'm such a, like, I'm not even just an ally. I feel like I'm like an accomplice to this. So like, for me, it's just been like, it's hard for me to focus on Legendary when there's something bigger going on. So it's been like a battle within a battle, you know? But for me, it's been hard, you know? Especially like, you know, not being Black and being in ballroom culture, like, and you know, it's a Black predominant community, and I need to pay my respect, which I do, you know? So it's been really hard for me because I wanna celebrate my own accomplishments, but that's hard to do when people who have paved the way aren't celebrated. And for me, I can't celebrate myself until we're all celebrated. So it's been a very big battle within myself, but I'm here. I'm not going nowhere, baby. And I'm here to fight, period. And regardless of what I have gone through, bitch, I'm motherfucking Twilight. Bitch, I'm energy. Like, I'm just here regardless. Like, I always find beauty within like things that are going on, you know? And I think that's the only way we can get through a pandemic. That's the way we can get through what we're going through as society is, you know, fight for what's right, but still find beauty in what you're doing, you know?
Mm-hmm. Agreed. That's so beautiful. I love that you all really shared it. It really goes to show that you all are really genuine, authentic people, and you don't mind being vulnerable. So what was it like really sharing your stories? Because you two really got deep on the show. you know, and especially in this past episode,
Yeah.
it actually focused on you two. That's why I'm so happy I was able to get you
Gags.
and kind of talk more about it. And what was that like mentally knowing? Because it's one thing to share it, you know, with Pack, right? Even on a live, because you know you still feel like you're in your space. But what is it like when you have like that entire camera crew around you? You know that you are going to show your story and your true like self, completely unraveled to millions of people, like for everybody to possibly see. Like, how was that?
Woo, baby.
Baby girl.
Okay. I would start off like that. Okay. It was scary, and that's point blank, period. Because you know, living in LA and dealing with reality TV shows before in my past, I already knew that they can chop and screw whatever they want together.
Mm-hmm.
So, however you say stuff, you have to be very careful about how you word your words because they can literally shift it to make it look one way or the other, or whatever. You know. So for me, I was one nervous because I didn't know what parts of what I said was going to be put on TV. Second thing was I'm already self-conscious when it comes to like talking to my family, my ballroom family, like, you know what I'm saying, my friends about the situations that I talked about on the show. And now to have a camera in my face, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's about the whole world about to see all my life and everything I've been through. Like, I felt like it was a real life Color Purple. Like, all my life I had to fight type of shit. Like, you know, Shay. Like, you know, so it was very, for me, it was very stressful. I was going home after we filmed that day, take that day. Well, not home, you know, so I called it my home, but it was our little, you know, our little mini apartments away from home, right? So I was just going back to the hotel, like stressed and like, did I say too much? Did I represent my family in the wrong way? Did I do, you know what I'm saying? Is this releasing too much of my life for the internet to see? But then I really went inside myself and said, there's people that feel like me, that are going through shit like me, that need to see that it's possible to not stay in the darkness. And one thing that I didn't particularly like about the show, but I still enjoy them, is I wish they also highlighted a lot of the happy moments that happened in everybody's life as well. I do feel like a lot of times they showed the sadness and not always showed the rise of how we keep going, you know, because I think people need to see the positive things in our life too that strive us to do better as well. But to me, it was just hard. Like, you know, it was never easy. It was not easy. But at the end of the day,
it was never easy.
Yeah, it was never easy. But it needed to be said, and we did what needed to be done for people to understand us.
Pack Rat, you did what needed to be done.
As the Jew says, as the Jew.
I wish a bitch was trying.
Okay,
Well, like, how was it for you being vulnerable on camera and knowing that so many people were going to see your story?
It was unexpected, to say the least. It was a lot for me because I joined Ballroom because of what I went through. So let me break it down real quick. I know I already broke it down.
Break it down. It's a legendary breakdown. Break it down.
Yeah, I'm really gonna break it down. So pretty much I was with someone for 9 years and he ended up passing away. And like that was like my everything. We lived together, like it was a big thing. And it took me, so hold on, it's really hard for me to talk about it. I'm sorry. I don't know where to start and what to say because like it's just so much emotions. So I've been voguing for like probably like 8 years. Like I've been voguing for a long time. And when I first started voguing, I was in this relationship and I invested all of my time into it. So I never really took Ballroom. Like it wasn't my priority, you know? And then he, like I said, ended up passing away and I moved into a whole new state to try to like find like who I was and to try to find happiness again. And then I found the House of Escada. Like the way we found each other is so crazy. Like that's another story. Baby, that's a whole nother story. I'm telling you. I broke my leg, girl.
How? Not you broke your leg.
Baby, I'm telling you. Baby. Girl, see, right now I feel like I'm jumping so much. Y'all don't know where I'm at in life.
I'm right with you.
You right with me? Okay.
I'm right with you, man.
I'm here too.
So I started venturing out to Boston, and so this is how I started joining Ballroom, right? I taught myself how to Vogue. I saw Vogue Evolution, baby, and I said, that's what I need to do. I'm a man who feels very feminine at the time. Now I'm kind of like non-binary. Like I'm just me. I'm free. And I saw them. I'm like, baby, they owe me prints. I need to do that. So I started going out to Boston and I started just voguing in clubs by myself. And when I'm telling you, I taught myself, girl, it really wasn't the cutest Vogue ever. Like, bitch, I taught myself. Hello.
Were you watching anybody on YouTube?
What'd you say?
Were you watching anybody on YouTube? Like, were you getting any inspiration from people?
Yeah, absolutely. So my biggest inspiration. So before I went to Boston, I was actually in New York City with Brenda Ebony, who's best friends with Cassandra Ebony. Yes. So my very first time going to a ball was at Escalitas, which is now closed down, but that's where you have all the fab rumble balls. Like that was back in the day, baby. That was Ballroom. So that was my first time going, and that's where I met Jack, and he stopped the whole ball, and they literally was like, "Oh, Twilight is here," and I had never walked the ball. I didn't know nothing, and I'm looking at them like, "Oh my God, bitch, I'm Twilight!" Like, cause mind you, I was the only white bitch in the room, so they're like, "Twilight." I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm Twilight." Okay. So I met Cassandra Ebony. And she we hung out for I was in New York for a couple weeks. So we hung out like a lot. She taught me how to do my dramatic dip. Like that's my main inspiration is Cassandra Ebony. So I just like rest in peace to her. Like Cassandra to me, she was the youngest legend in the game ever. And to me, like she's an icon. Like that's my inspiration. Yeah. Now I'm just going off, but yeah.
Everybody loves Cassandra, okay?
Baby, we love Cassandra.
Okay, period.
Pack Rat, when did you, because I know I remember when you started voguing actually, on Vine.
Oh, yeah,
on Vine, my love. I was on Vine too. I had a cute following, so I was like starting to get to know people, and I came across your Vine when you started Vogue Sundays, and all of that was going on, but you already danced. So what was that transition like going from dancing to the art of voguing and performance and really like coming into your own in women's performance? So what was that like for you?
So for me, I actually started in 2006. I was doing some things, normal stuff a lot of kids do. I finally found I'm bisexual, so I didn't have a lot of gay friends growing up. So I finally found like a group of gays that was like, yo, come chill. And I was like, oh my God, people like me. So I was mad hype. And they was like, yo, you should come to this club. I'm like, yo, I'm 16. I can't get to no club. Like, what are you talking about? My parents are violent. Like, my parents were just like that. I wasn't going nowhere without them knowing where I was at. Like, So they was like, nah, just sneak out the house. Like, come to the club. I was like, all right. So I devised this whole plan where I was going to sneak out the house. I took my sister ID out her wallet because she was older than me. But we looked just the same, which is crazy. Right? So I took her ID. I hopped in the car. Like, I climbed down. I was on the top story. So I had to climb out of the window, drop down. Thank goodness I didn't break a leg. Okay, period.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm in the car, right? And then went over to the Breakfast Club. So that was a big place in Philly, was a gay club where they literally used to serve breakfast. And then the strippers used to come in at like 3 a.m. and they used to go off and then they would have the ball, right? So I went to the Breakfast Club and I saw people like, at that time I didn't know what Vogue was. I was like, they slamming their backs, they popping up. Like, what is that? I need to learn, right? So I was hella hyped. And I was like, somebody teach me. So I was just like trying to get people to teach, but there wasn't no authentic teachers really, like, in my area. So it was kind of like you shadowed in the club. Like, you would literally, they would do something, you would try to learn it, but they couldn't really break it down for you because it wasn't, it was still in that stage where it was developing. And it was 2006. So it was like Vogue Film was changing, the dynamic of Vogue Film was changing. It wasn't as slow. The music was getting faster. So to me, it was like a different dynamic I was going through. So I was like, oh, I love this shit. I need to come back. So I started making it a habit to go across the bridge to go, to go to all the gay clubs. I used to be at Shampoo, I'll be at Woody's, I'll be at Roxy, I'll be at all the gay clubs in Philly. And then it wasn't I started walking balls, but I was actually Skittles 007 back then.
Skittles.
Yes, I was Skittles. Until Skittles from Chicago came out, and I was like, oh no, girl, I cannot. She's fat. Get a new name, girl, because that is not it. Okay, period.
Skittles.
But seriously, look, period. everything. I love Skittles.
Yeah.
But I was like, look, I'm trying to learn. I walked out on the floor and I remember getting booed so bad. Like, Ballroom was different in 2006, 2007. Like, I went on for it was like, get fish off the floor. Ah, she don't deserve to be here. Blah, blah. So I was getting all that. And it was more real back then. Like, people didn't like baby you in Ballroom. It wasn't like, oh my God, here's some critiques, come back next week. Like, it wasn't ever that. It was, if you didn't have it, you wouldn't have it, and you better come back next week and hope you got better. And if you get chopped again, keep getting chopped until you come back and get better. Like, it wasn't giving, let me give you critiques and ways to get better like it is now.
Hello.
You know, so I kind of got discouraged from being in Ballroom because there wasn't a lot of cisgender women in the Philly area that I knew of. You know what I'm saying? Every time I would go out, I didn't see a lot of them. And if they were there, they weren't walking, performing. Like, you know, I feel like there wasn't enough women at that point that I saw where it was actually a women's performance category. Like, I was usually walking with femme prints. Like, you know, so it was definitely a different experience. Yeah, it was a different experience and the girls wasn't having it. So then I went to college. I was like, let me take it a break. Let me go to college. I went to college, and around like 2011, 2012, I started seeing more cops hit the floor. No shade. Like, you know, I was like, okay, the girl is out. I started seeing Kofi. Well, of course, before then, I saw Razzle Dazzle. I really loved her. Tiny Toons, bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Danielle Polanco, like, you know what I'm saying? Look, you know, I saw that generation come out. Started coming out. Look. But I didn't know no yo-yo yet, right? So, yeah, not yet. I didn't know it. But I had met them that era, right? So I was like, oh shit, like they playing. Like let me get back on this floor and stop playing with my life. Like, so I really got inspired by seeing like a lot more Black women out there, like especially for me, seeing people that look like me. Out there getting their life. And I was like, oh, so they ain't chopping the girls left and right now. They ain't reading like they used to read. So let me, maybe I actually have a chance to walk a function. Like, you know, so I was like, all right. So I started going back out, making my way back in 2012. But I was still, you know, I came out with the new name as Pack Rat. But I was still trash, no shade, in my opinion. I was still trash. So then I took the route. I was like, you know what, I'm graduating. I'm gonna save up my coin and I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna go to LA because I also was a dancer. So I was like, I really want to be in the industry. You know, that's something I've always wanted to do. And being in New York, it's less job opportunities at the same time. If that makes sense. Like I can go to LA, there'll be like 20 jobs all auditioning on the same day. But I go to New York, it's 3 and it's 600 people fighting for the same 3. You know, so I was like, let me go to where the industry is bigger so I can, you know, get in where I fit in.
Where you can perform.
Yeah, so I'm like, right before I moved, Vine started becoming a thing. And I was like, oh, let me go on Vine, you know, and start, you know, hitting some bops. And I was like, I'm dedicating Sundays to me getting my shit together and learning how to vote because I really want to learn how to vote. So I'm gonna call it Vote Sundays and I'm gonna just do me and post it online just so that I have a video diary of my growth so that I don't continue feeling like I'm always trash because I'll be able to see the graduate.
You're not trash.
You get better.
But
that's how I felt. But that's how I tell me. That's how I felt because you gotta remember, 2006, I was getting booed heavy, like heavy. You know what I'm saying? So that mentality was already still in my head. You know what I'm saying? And then trying to work my way out of that. That's what I said. Things in your life really take a toll on you. You don't realize it until you start to grow in your life. But from there, I was like, fuck it. Like I'm just gonna do it and do what I can. So right before I moved, I started posting on Vine, and then I moved to LA. Like the minute I moved to LA, Deshaun hit me up. And mind you, I was a big fan of NBC and too. And Deshaun was the darkest skin one. So to me, being a chocolate girl, I always wanted to see somebody chocolate on my screen, no shade. I need to see people that also look like me. You know, so he was the one I really gravitated to. I love Malachi too. I love the whole team, no shade. Like, you know, and of course Leomi was giving me the woman, you know, so I was like, bitch, I need to see. But Deshaun hits me up on Vine because him and Leomi was on Vine and Javier was on Vine, Jasmine was on Vine. Like a lot of the ballroom community was on Vine, and they started seeing me. So he was like, he hits me up in a DM like, "Who is you? Where are you? You in Jersey? Like, come to New York, blah blah." And I was like, shoot, like, you know, and I was going to New York periodically when I was in college, but it wasn't like enough for me to build a name, if that makes sense. Like, at that time. So once I left, and he was like, I was like, dang, I just moved. Like, this is some bullshit. I need to move back. Like, he said, like, of course, when I leave, like, all the people I want to train with, talking like, you know. So I was like at a battle in my heart, but of course I was poor, which I didn't have money to move back for no football. Okay. I barely had $10 to feed my face, let alone fly across the country so I could learn how to vote. No shit. You know what I'm saying? So that whole thing, look, that's real tea. So then it turned into me just I didn't have no friends out here. I didn't know anybody out here. So it was like me being lonely, practicing every Sunday all day by myself. Like, because I didn't know nobody. I was new to the town. I didn't know nobody. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. I didn't have nobody in entertainment to show me the way of how to be in entertainment. So it was a lot of falling on my face and trying to figure shit out by myself. You know, so from there, I just like kind of got in touch with Deshaun. Then Deshaun ended up moving here, and then literally we hung out one time. I went to his class, and he was like, "Yo, it's Pack Rat." He introduced me to his whole class. Like, it's Pack Rat. Yo, she from Vaughn. She super dope. Like, into it. And I was like, and I'm gagging because to me he was already an icon. Of course, he didn't get his stats in the bone yet, but to me, I'm like, you're iconic in my eyes. Like, you know.
Period.
So I'm like, he's talking to me like I'm something and I ain't shit. Like, you know, because I'm like, you don't understand how I live for you. You know. So we did that whole thing in his class, and then literally we hit it off. And then from there, we became like really close friends. He's like my older brother. And then eventually he was like, yo, what you want to do with Vogue? And I was like, well, I never know if Vogue could be a career. Like, you know, at that point, Vogue wasn't something that you booked a lot unless it was, you know, maybe a Pride season. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't something that was getting on national TV and all this other stuff as much as ABBC, you know? So I was like, I don't know. Like, I came out here to be a hip hop choreographer. I'm in a modern dance company. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, but I love Vogue and it touches my heart, but I don't know. And he was like, well.
Okay, we don't know.
Okay. And he was like, what do you think about making a career? And I was like, I'm here for it. Like, I've never shut a door that opens to me. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm here for it and I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of my soul. So if I could make my living off of it, fuck it. Like, you know, and then it turned into a thing where he was like, well, I want you to be my daughter. And I was like, oh, you know?
Wait. Deshaun's your father?
Yeah, just like that.
I never knew that.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah. I thought he was your father because of like he's a lineman, you're a lineman, but he's your personal gay father.
He's my original daddy. Okay,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
and then
my Vogue mom is Danielle. So that's my original Vogue mom, and then Big Mama Erica came through and started being my and then Roxy was always Deshaun's best friend. So Roxy started being my like older sister. I know you know Roxy. Okay, if you know, double X Roxy. Okay. So and of course I started meeting a lot more Vogue people through my dad. You know, so his best friends, I don't know if y'all know David Lavin and Lil Black, Evie Suits, Lavin. You know, they also became my mentors as well. And I think that's when I really started progressing, you know, and getting better. Yeah, so that's kind of how I got into it. That's how she got it. Of course, Jamari, because he's the LA. To me, he is LA Ballroom. No shade. Like, he is LA Ballroom. When I came here, I always saw his face at every function. He was always fucking it up.
Hello.
Gotta put my brother on the map, so.
Yes. Well, now the girls have spilled their tea, told the girls how they got into the scene and things. Y'all have made it on this show. So now it's episode 4. And y'all are starting to kind of get the hang of like the competition and what the judges are looking for. What is it like what's your strategy going into each challenge now that like you know what 4 judges will always be there? You know, in Ballroom, you know, certain judges, you know that, oh, this person gonna see it for me, or my house is on the panel, they sit next to someone else, so that might be all right, but I really gotta make so and so know it so that they either don't they vote for me. What is y'all strategy like approaching each judge like for these challenges? And y'all can speak to it being this week because we about to get into the categories of troll walk because y'all ate it the fuck out for me. But I want to know, what's the strategy moving in, like when you go to compete and when you go to show the judges what you brought?
Right. So for this week specifically, I would say like my strategy was a little bit different than every other week because I was walking a category by myself. So my strategy was a little more personal. And I've always had a thing where I love reveals. Like, bitch, you can have the fabbest girl on a runway, baby, down. And I'm living for it. But if there's a bitch on the side who's still fab, and she has a reveal, bitch, I'm living. I'm gagging. I think the runway is a birthplace for evolution. So when I think of just me on a runway, I'm like, okay, how am I gonna turn Twilight out? So specifically going into this category, it was Come Up and See Me was the title. It was best dressed in a gown. So I was the only male figure walking. So already I feel like I could have looked at it like I had a disadvantage or I had an advantage. So I'm like, baby, that I have the advantage, period. So I wanted a reveal and I envisioned, like, no shade, me and Johnny, who's like the creative designer on the show, envisioned everything. It was my idea to have the hat drop and the color. Like I just saw it.
Over.
It was over.
Because I ain't gonna lie, when you first came out, because they showed you backstage and they you was giving My Reveal is Sickening, like you was really
the build up.
Everybody else walking, like, you know, sometimes when you walk, you want to see what other people's bringing and like how they brought it. You was paying it. You was giving My Reveal is Sickening. Like, I'm ready to go. How did you like come up with that idea that you wanted to hold, it and let it drop? Because when you first came out, I was looking like, what
Thank you
got going on?
You gagged me, bitch. You gagged
right
me,
into
bitch.
my hand.
You dropped that, like when you dropped the hat and then I was done.
It's like, no shade. I love that. No shade. It's like, that's exactly what I wanted to give. So before I hit the stage, I wanted people to be like, why the fuck is this boy here on the stage in a motherfucking hat? What's going on? I wanted everyone to be gagging so that when I hit the reveal, I was like, oh, okay, bitch, you're in a fucking gown, you know? And I'm all about a moment, period. Like, life is the moment for me, so I'm gonna create moments as I can, period.
As you should.
Period. So for me, it was just more like, I had to take, so anytime I walk a ball, I really take what they post for the category to heart. So I'm like, okay, they want this. Like, if they want me to be in a cat suit, bitch, I'm coming as Catwoman in a fucking suit, bitch. Period. Check me out. I got my cat suit videos, period. But, so they said, Wild Wild West. They said, best gown, come up and see me. And I'm thinking, okay, bitch, no shade. I don't do drags. You know, I'm a butch queen. I'm butch queen in pumps. I might throw some beat on, you know. But I know me, so I'm like, how am I gonna go against all these fucking beautiful women? Okay, because going against Erica, motherfucking Mother London, let me tell you, girl, I was gagging. I'm already sitting here like, okay, the odds are already against me because this baby, I knew about Erica.
No, that y'all was battling, bitch. Y'all was battling down. Okay,
we was battling down. It's no shade.
What he gave was who was next to her.
I'm never gonna shade Erica because you said what?
No, I was saying no shade. Like, what was it like being right next to her? She was in this overgown, you was in a form fit, and just that energy being on the floor.
I was gagging. I'm not gonna lie. I was basically like, so before, I don't know if I'm spilling too much tea right now, but before we had any real live performance, we had something called a dry block. So that was where everybody who was walking the category would go on in front of the judges who weren't really the judges. So would go on and practice what they was gonna do. And so that meant me, Erica, all the other girls who were walking best dressed were gonna come on and battle and walk. And so when I was in front of her, I'm like, I looked up to Erica and like being on, I knew about her before I was on the show, you know? So then being on the show, like we have some connections. So like I honestly felt very connected to her. Like I honestly genuinely look up to Erica so much. Like she just gives me like this, even though she's not my personal mother, she gave me like this maternal instinct on the show, period. Like I just felt like if she was around, no matter what, I had someone to make me feel comfortable, you know? So for me to go against this person who I kind of like idolized, it was very like self-trying. Like I'm like, damn bitch, do you really got it within you? Like part of me kind of just wanted to like give in and be like, bitch, you're the girl, period. You look so fab in your gown. But then I'm like, oh no, baby, this is a motherfucking competition. I am Twilight motherfucking Escada, and bitch, I'm going to carry. I'm gonna go off for me and the name and my house and all the icons before me and everything that came before me, bitch, to show you why the fuck I'm here. And I'm just like, I'm so thankful, regardless of what happened. I'm so thankful I won, and it's no shade. I think any one of us could have won. I think what set me apart is the way I sold the garment. It was no shade. The girls looked sickening, but I was just, to me, I felt like, bitch, I am Wild Wild West, bitch. So catch on this train and let's get wild, period.
And that's what it gave. There's no shade. It really, like, you really broke it up. Everybody was giving, gown, beautiful, very out.
Exactly.
And you gave form fitting. You really gave fashion. You gave
gotta switch it up.
You know,
and then
I
sorry to
enjoyed
cut
it.
you off, but Law, what did he say before they said they put the camera on the judges? Say, what do you want to see? Law said, I want to see a bitch who just came off the Met Ball.
And that's what you gave.
Period. What's a gag reveal is giving very Met Ball. So that's what I was going for. And my vision came to reality and bitch, period.
I fucking lived. Like, I was literally watching that shit and I was glad my ass didn't have to be on the judges panel. Because to me, y'all was fucking chewing. And it could have been, like, to me, I loved your reveal. I thought it was sickening how you came out and twirled. And then, because at first you came out, I was like, ooh, bitch, that's not a gown. Like, because that's the first thing everybody did. I said, ooh, bitch, that's not a gown. I said, I don't want to get chopped. That's my good Judy, girl. Don't come out without a gown. Like, stop gagging. And then you did that spin and you dropped the hat. And I said, mouth open.
Period.
Okay. So I said, oh, gag. And to me, y'all two dresses was the most fab, in my opinion. Like, you and Mother Erica. Mother Erica was giving you Beyonce on the Met Gala. You was giving me Katy Perry on the Met Gala.
Yeah.
They all giving me two totally different artists on the Met Gala. That's how I felt it. So they was both fab in their own life, So I was glad I didn't have to judge that shit. I was saying, good. Let the judges do what they need to do. It is their job, not mine. Because y'all was both turning it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just so glad that, like, either way, one of my Judies was gonna win. So
hello. Period. And Mother Erica, look.
Yeah, and Mother Erica, she seems like a hard ass, and she is, bitch. Don't let me fool you. Okay,
but
my mother
really
is a hard ass, but she does it with so much love. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the biggest heart ever.
Gives you ballroom. Ballroom don't let you off easy.
She's a ballroom mother.
You know what I'm saying? To me, she's not gonna soften up for no camera. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I love my mother for that because it pushes me to be better. It pushes people around her to be better. And if she don't see it,
wait. Can I gag y'all for 1 second? Hold on. Speaking about how real she is, love that about. So I love Mother Erica down, okay? But let's talk about how she said. She called us out. She said the only house who should not be here is the house of the Scada, and we're gonna send them home. Baby, you didn't send us home, and I sat you. And I said what I said. It's no shade. I never came for her ever, nor would I even want to. But it's like there's 6 other houses in the competition, and you're talking about we're the only house who should not be here. We should go home. But
that's the thing, though. Too, you gotta remember they cut and screw.
No, hold on. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm gonna be honest because I know all of what was said in the interviews. Okay, right. I know all of it was said.
So they edited.
You know what I'm saying? It was parts that were also edited. Okay, because my mother is not too hard ass, but that's just how my mother is. Like,
but I know that, and I know that. And my whole point, I was trying to piggyback on your point, is how real she is. And the thing is people, mind you, people have been hitting me up like, oh my God, she said you guys should go home. And I'm like, guess what? The beauty of ballroom and life is everybody has their opinion, and I respect everyone's opinion. And if she felt like that, she felt like that.
My whole point, everybody go home, bitch.
Exactly.
She said, I want love in the wind, bitch. Everybody need to go. Like, and that was her shit. Every time they said who needs to go home.
But baby, I didn't go. So my whole point is she wanted me to go, but I didn't go. Period.
But I think too, but I'm just saying, you also know some ways that they asked those questions was shady, and that's the producer. Some of the ways that y'all asked the questions was shady, and y'all would pinpoint certain people on purpose. So that's no shade to production. I love y'all down, okay? But not everybody's shade, girl. Okay.
So since
I feel like hold on. I'm sorry. I just feel like it wasn't. That was clearly not a production edit because she literally said. She stopped the whole thing and said, well, I feel like the only house who shouldn't be here is the house of the Scada. So there's no production edit there.
Well, guess what? Take that up my mom. Take that up my mom, not me.
No,
I'm Rat. That is Mother Erica.
Mother Erica felt how you felt, and I respect that 100%. But the only thing is I wanted to acknowledge that because I stand for my house, and we were there for a reason, and we was there, and I proved why we were there. We all proved why we were there.
Well,
so that was why I brought that up. It's because you guys, it's not you guys. It's like Erica specifically in this context wanted to count us out. No shade, and it doesn't even matter that you're a London right now. I would have said this regardless of who was here. just because that was brought up. But I'm like, she's trying to count us out. And to me, it's just like, the way they edit it, like you said, is such a gag to me that they would put her counting us out and then me winning the category. Like, it just felt like it was the validation that we needed. And it was no shade. That was the whole point of my whole context. It was like, this episode made me feel so validated because I felt like underestimated. I felt like I was the underdog. And because, like, you know, people don't 100% know who I am. And like, I'm from Boston. I'm not from New York. So like, I walk balls out here, not out there. So people don't really know. And it's just like, you can't, for me, it was just like, you can't just count someone out, period. And this is why. And I just showed it. And I just want to say that it's Scottish, baby, we are here. It's no shade. You're not.
That's what the legendary breakdown is for. It's for you to
That's
come
real. That's real. Ain't no shade.
It's no shade. I love
no shade. Because I was hearing that a lot too, and it's the last thing I'm gonna say. I was hearing that a lot too. A lot of people counted y'all out from jump because a lot of people didn't hear y'all names and they didn't ring bells. You know what I'm saying? Like if you hear Cassandra or so and so, or you know what I'm saying, you didn't hear y'all names and automatically know where y'all was from. Who y'all was from. So I really think y'all represented well. And y'all already know I was kicking it with y'all all the time. So
I love you.
I live for Escada, no shade. I live for Escada. You know what I'm saying? It was what it is. I was kicking it with all the houses, no shade. I was there.
Baby, in the hot tub. The Hot Tub Chronicles, bitch.
She got the clip built in the display TV.
We was in the hot tub.
What he gave? I need to know.
We was in the hot tub oozing body, baby.
We was giving life in the hot tub, honey. We was getting life backstage, okay? No shade.
Legendary ooze in the hot tub.
I love that.
What was it like backstage? What was it like backstage between the challenges and the episodes? Because you know during the ball you're just getting ready around your family or you're at your house table. What was it giving backstage, just waiting, having to see everybody, having to wait in anticipation?
It was to me. It was stressful. One because I was ready because it's a lot of things happening. You know, you may not see your outfit till like last minute. You know what I'm saying? And then you didn't know what it was gonna look like sometimes. Or then it could come out and you gag because it's not what you asked for. No shade. Like you know what I'm saying? I love them down, but it didn't always come out how you made the vision. So then that would jumble you up, you know, on top of it. Then you trying to get your makeup done, you know, and maybe some person's in a chair and another person's over there, and you gotta wait your chance in line to try to do what you need to do.
Wait, can I tell you
when it came to hair, I gagged because after Destiny's hair fell off, I said, bitch, no. I gagged. No shade. I love them down and they end up playing my hair, you know what I'm saying? But I was always scared my shit was gonna fall off. And that was just because of me seeing Destiny's shit fall off. And there's no shade towards Destiny, but I was just, you know, I was skeptical all the time.
Girl, we learned our lesson. Period.
You know what I'm saying? So it was certain stuff backstage that did get me, you know, that had me stressed. And I told people I've never been a competition. I like ballroom competition, but for TV, reality TV, it's never really been my thing. I'm more of a docu-series type of girl. You know what I'm saying? You want to know about the history, about my life, that type of shit. But when it comes to all the shade and stuff, I'm not in ballroom for the shade. I'm in ballroom because it makes me feel good. I'm in ballroom because I love the people that I get to be around and get to be around my people and my culture. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I was just glad to be in the room and see the people around me. But it was always stressful because it was like 5 minutes to show, 10 minutes to go, 3 minutes. So, you know, it was a lot of and then sometimes you would see people's outfits come out, you be like, oh, bitch, that shit is fab. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bitch, they didn't turn my outfits like they turned their outfit. So that's
you're gagging sometimes. The same person made the outfit, so you're like, wait, why does my shit not have that gag set?
Period.
They shit came out kind of not mine, girl. What happened? Is you counting me out? Is you doing this on purpose? Like,
I'm like, is this a narrative?
Are you trying to sabotage? Girl, what's happening?
That's a key. How did you feel when you saw your outfit for a body? So, you know, let's talk about your category, bitch, because you woke it up. You got body, but baby, the way you brought it on the stage, like you really sold body. You was giving me like that was a category where I felt just like Twilight when you and Erica battle. I felt like I was, you know, it was one of those moments in the show where it was very relatable to Ballroom. Like I could kind of see this happening in the scene a little bit. When you walked out there, I felt like I was watching women's body. So how did you what was the inspiration? Because I feel like you kind of knew what you was doing with the outfit because it definitely gave a Megan vibe, but you ate it up. Like, were you excited to finally see what had come together with your idea to walk body? And did you get it at the last minute? Like, how was you feeling?
Okay, so I had this fab idea of what I wanted the outfit to look like. I sent pictures. The pictures that I sent was over, and then I saw the outfit and I gagged because it was not what I wanted. And I
But
started,
you gagged?
I literally burst into tears. Like, I was crying my
Ah.
eyeballs out. And I was like, I don't understand. Like, we gave y'all the visions. Like, y'all said we had a budget. And this may be getting deep, but I was like, y'all said we had a budget. What happened, bitch? Because I don't understand. Like,
No,
you know
we had a budget, period.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was like, okay, like, I don't know what y'all got to do, but I'm not going out there in this outfit. Like, I'm not, like, I have no chance. I'm not even gonna get my.
I remember you getting that.
Yeah. So I went to Johnny Wuchek, you know, because I love me some Johnny, I love me some Eric Ochebo, and I literally went in and was like, yo, I can't. Like, I was like, I'm not going out. They're gonna be mad because I'm not going on TV because I'm not doing this. And Johnny was like, let me fix it. I will do, you know, what we gonna do. And he took me to the back. We literally had scissors in hand, and he started slicing and dicing my outfit, like literally on my body. On my body. We went to the back. He got behind the curtain. He was like, yo, get naked.
I love Johnny for that.
Yeah, and he literally took me to the back. Caesar was right there. I don't know if y'all know Caesar, also like one of the
Love
was in the
Caesar.
and they was just like pieces, throwing pieces, and until we got like a kind of fit that I liked. And I was like, all right, this is more, I can do this. Like, this is what I can do with.
What did they give you at first?
At first, it was just not it. Like, it was this outfit. It was cute. It was like a one piece, but it was so tight that you can't see no jiggle. You can't really see my body. It covered my entire body. So it's like, you can't see no jiggle. You couldn't even see that like, everything was like flat, like, you know what I'm saying? So I had no shaky. I had no booty clap, no nothing. And I was like, I walked body one time, and it was like a while ago when I first moved to LA, and I got the fiercest chop from Ballroom that I never walked that shit again. Okay, I got the fiercest chop. I was like, I don't know why y'all asked me to do body, and my family was like, you know what you're talking about? You got a bomb natural body, just go out there and do what you got. And I was like, nah, son, I got the fiercest chop. They about to chop me heavy. I'm not here for it. Like. So after Johnny like sliced and diced my outfit, I felt way more comfortable, and I was like, you know what, I feel fab. Like, and then I put the hat on, and I put on the boots, and I was like, all right, bitch, I'm about to fuck this shit up. Like, you know. So once I did that, I was like, you know, I'm super nervous about showing my body because I don't do it often. Because in LA, I get the top a lot for jobs. Like, you know, you have to look in LA. You gotta look a certain way. You gotta act a certain way in order to book, and that's just true tea out here. Like, if you don't look like their stereotypical version of what they want to see on TV, you're not gonna get jobs. You know what I'm saying? So it's a constant trying to make sure that you look good enough to book a job, you know, or fit into the camera or whatever. So for me, once I felt that outfit, and I was like, you know what, it is what it is. I'm the one walking this category. I'm definitely not gonna go out there and not look confident. So I'm gonna just own what I got. I'm gonna own. Johnny just fucked this whole outfit up. So I'm gonna give it all I got. You know what I'm saying?
Baby,
so I didn't really go out with a strategy. I didn't really know what I was gonna give because I never worked the category before, you know. And then I knew I was going against heavy hitters like fucking Jarrell and Jamari, who got bodies for days. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got bow,
and Jazul,
asses up here. You know what I'm saying? Dolores came with the wagon. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bruh. Isla came out there with the mom body sitting. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, I got some heavy hitters. Like, I don't know if this is about to be it. You know what? And the whole thing about the panel was that, to me, the panel, you never know which way it was gonna go. Some days they was killing you, and other days it was ready to chop you for your whole entire life. Like, you know, so I knew maybe Meg might live for me. That's why I went to her first, no shade, because I was like, you know, we both Black. She got a body that's kind of similar to mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, she might understand the struggle, you know, of having stretch marks.
And she did.
You know, understand the struggle, but I knew law had to be fashion. You had to be fitting. You know, Naomi's the hard body. She was like, bitch, you better bring Ballroom, and I still might not see it for you, you know. So I felt like for a lot of the judges, you never knew what they was going to give. So I just kind of go out and once I felt comfortable in what Johnny slayed for me, you know, I just kind of just went out and just gave it what I could. Like, it wasn't no strategy towards it. It was literally
wait.
Let
me just tell you guys about Miss Pack Rat though. First of all, because she would come downstairs. So we had a call time. So we'd be up at like 6, 7, 8 in the morning. Mind you, we went to bed at 3 or 4 in the morning. So we're all gagging on call time. We would come to call times, and Miss Pack Rat would come down in sweatpants, painted, but still giving body.
Okay.
Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, even before the category we even knew was happening, we were all already gagging on Pack Rat's body when she wasn't even trying to sell it. I'm trying to, Pack Rat, Miss Thing, you are body. You are body 2020, bitch. If you don't see it, it's because you don't see 2020, bitch, which means we don't see you. Period.
No, it wasn't. I tell people too, like the way they put it was that I didn't see myself. Like, of course I'm gonna feel how I feel about me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
The truth of the matter is, when it comes to society, right? Every time I go out, I'm never the girl people look at. Like in my crew, like, or where I go, like they always go for the light skinned girl with the pretty eyes, like, you know what I'm saying, with the super Kim Kardashian body, like, you know what I'm saying. They go with the skinny joint that's a model. They never really looked at me. You know what I'm saying? Or even if I go for jobs, like certain jobs, like you don't even have a chance. You walk in the building, they like upcut, like, you know what I'm saying? Walk back out, bitch, because you don't have it. Like, they do something called typecasting in LA, where they just bring everybody in, they line you up like cattle, and then they literally walk through, and if they like you, then you stay, and if they don't, you automatically get chopped, right? So that would happen to me so much, especially when I wore my natural hair. That was like immediate chop,
Right.
So for me, from other people, I never really got the true sexy, unless it was like my house, you know what I'm saying, my family.
Yeah.
The people that, of course, cared about me. Yeah, but on the mainstream, it was not the case. And, so to me, that got to me, because I'm like, now this shit about to be on national television. Like, everybody about to see. So, what is going to be said now? Because the same circuit that denied me so much is about to be the same circuit I'm about to put my whole body out.
You're so beautiful, Pac Rat.
Yeah. And to me, I wasn't expecting to win, and that's real shit. Like, I really thought it was about to be Jarrell and Jamari, at the final. That's really what I thought it was.
Hello.
I thought it was going to be Jarrell and Jamari at the final shit. I didn't even think I was going to make it past first battle, no shade. You know what I'm saying? So when I went out, I was like, oh my God. They didn't show, but I was in the corner gagging. Like, I was in the corner like, okay, I don't know what else to do, bitch. You just going to go back out, like, and try to do what you do.
No, bitch. No. No, when Pac-Rat jumped into that split versus Isla.
Can we talk about it?
Baby, I fucking gooped in that Isla trying to drop into a split after you. I'm like, bro.
Look, at the end of the day, like, I'm a dancer too. So I was like, that's the one thing I do have on my side, is that I do this as a profession. I'm good at entertaining when it comes to it being a profession. So I said, oh, it's for TV, girl. I got some stunts I can pull. Like, you know what I'm saying? If she got to pull it out, bitch, I know how to pull it out and move this body around. Okay?
Bro.
I was like, that's one thing I could do. But I also knew it was body and not sex siren. Right? Yeah. I've walked sex siren before, and to me, sex siren and body is two totally different. If you in ballroom, you already know it's two totally different worlds.
That's two different things.
Different categories.
So to me, I was like, this is body. But then when the judges gave that
body
whole note,
gave sex siren. Period.
Yeah, it really did. Body ended up giving semi-sex siren. It was a combination of sorts, right? But then the judges also asked for it. They were like, no, I want to see the sexy. I want to see this. And other judges was like, well, I want to just see the body. So to me, it was like, well, I'm gonna play the both, because exactly. I ain't finna get chopped down. Like, we are
right.
Like, yeah. So I was like, what a game. And I just gave out there, shook a tit, dropped to a slit, and gave it my best ass.
You gave the things of the things. So we have about 5 minutes left. And I want to know, because at this point in the show, when it was about 5 minutes left in the show, everybody gagged. Everybody gooped and gagged, because we was waiting on the last two houses to battle, see who was going to go home, see who was going to get saved. Then we get to the end of the episode, and then we find out nobody's going home.
Period.
So, did y'all gag? Like, how did y'all feel about nobody going home in the episode? Because, both of you all's houses had already did great, phenomenal throughout the competition. So I'm sure you kind of felt like, all right, my house is probably at least safe for this week. But how was it finding out that nobody was going home, and now everybody's moving on to the next episode?
I was sad. I'm gonna be real. I was sad.
Be real with me. I want to know.
No, because I wish, like, the first episode, I understand Destiny's hair fell off and stuff, but I knew what Destiny did. Like, and I really wanted them to give her another chance. You know what I'm saying? Or give the House of West, because to me, the House of West is fucking it up. And that's no tea. And I already told my brother Jamari, I listen to him, but Wilma ate him up. No shit.
Wilma ate him up.
Like, I love Jamari down. Like, and that's my brother. That is my blood. Like, you know what I'm saying? But watching the clip back too,
Wilma.
Baby,
like,
Wilma carried.
Wilma was carrying, like,
Wilma carried, period.
But Jamari also knows how to work in camera, and he also knows how to play as well, Mm-hmm. So to me, thankfully, that wasn't my choice to pick the bell. Like, but to me, it was like, damn, like, these people get another chance. You know what I'm saying? Where other people could have had another chance too.
Yeah, I definitely think
that was my only thing. I felt like there was a part that was slightly unfair, because other people had to get the chop and go home. you know, but at the same time, it was good to see my good Judy back again. You know what I'm saying?
But at the end of the day, it was a money fucking ball, period. And we already knew, bitch, it was about the money, not about the chop at this ball. So let's be real, bitch.
That is real.
That's
Girl, let's be real.
But I was giving both sides. I was giving both sides.
Hold on. So production never told us whether someone would go home on a money ball. This is the first money ball we had. So, bitch, nobody was worried about going home. We was worried about getting the money. Oh my God. Ew.
Oh, I was still worried about going home because, bitch, no shag. This is what I'm gonna be real about. I'm gonna be real about. Okay, I was trying to do my best because I wanted to look. I'm a Black woman and shit is hard. Okay, so at the end of the day, I was trying to stay on the show as long as possible so she could continue giving this chat, girl. No shade. So at the end of the day, girl, I was like, as long as House of Love is here, I Gucci.
Give me my airtime. Give me my airtime.
Give me my airtime. Give me my coin. No shade. Like, I love y'all down. I love Ballroom too. But also, I told y'all already, it wasn't the tea that I'm used to. So,
well, hold on. I'm not done speaking my piece. Hold the fuck
Break it down. Break it down.
First of all, my little ring light gave out, so I had to give out. It wasn't me. It was
you still the fab.
Thank you. So all I want to say is that the question was, how'd you feel about the fact that nobody was going home for this ball, right?
Yeah.
The way we felt, first the fuck of all, bitch, we don't live in Wild Wild West, okay? So everybody doing that ball was already gagging. No shade. Pack ride, we was literally all like, bitch, wow, whoo. Like, girl.
But I got it though, because the stallion was on the panel. She, you know what I'm saying? She gonna play, you know what I'm saying? Texas and the bells and, you know, known for cowboys, cowgirls. Yeah, I feel it.
I personally was thankful. No shade. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but no shade. Your house was also in the bottom too. So, and I was glad that y'all was here. Like, no shade. I was like, what? It's true. Y'all was in the bottom.
So you gonna fight?
Y'all, but I want to see if y'all really still would have felt that way if y'all was one of the people that wasn't in the bottom. You get what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying. My whole point is that I'm just so thankful that we got to stay because personally, I won this night, bitch. I won my 5K. So as soon as I won, that was the first category of the night. I'm like, oh, Scotta is here to stay, bitch, because there's only 3 categories. So we won 33% of the motherfucking night, period.
Yeah.
And it didn't go down like that. Because Ballroom don't go down like that. Ballroom gave not tonight, bitch. You're in the bottom, but gag, you're not going home because you got $5,000. And I said, I will take my 5K and I will pass go.
Truth of the matter is, I never wanted nobody to go home, okay? I wish, and this is for season 2 for the production that's watching, if y'all watching, okay? I never wanted nobody to go home because in Ballroom, you never get to go home and it's finito forever, right? I really wanted it to do it.
Not true. That's not true. It's not finito forever.
It's never finito forever, right? Like, we're on a show, it was like, you went home, it was like finito, bitch, bye. Like, I wish it was, like, all the houses got to stay each week and they gave a little tally, you know what I'm saying, of who ended up being the legendary about who won. I thought that would have been a dope concept to use. So maybe y'all can use that.
Go ahead and get on that production team, Hackran.
No, I'm just saying that would have been dope because then you get to see each house, you get to fall in love with them more. You get to hear more of their backstory. Like to me, I love the House of West too because I know a lot of them personally, and I wish their story got told more. You know what I'm saying? Like where it was like you literally had to be one of the people that stayed on the show.
And real short. We got to keep it real short because we might get cut off by the.
Okay, we get cut off.
But go ahead, make me know it.
I just want to say about the House of West. First of all, personally, when I first showed up and I saw who was in the House of West, I gagged, period. Them bitches make noise in Ballroom. It's no shade. I'm blessed to still be in the competition right now. But the girls who went home first, in my eyes, are the girls who I thought were gonna win the whole competition.
They should still be here.
I'm just being 100%. I would have still believed in that Scott 100%, and I would be in the final battle with them. Period. But for them to get sent home first. To me, I was gagged. I'm like, these are the people when I, like me being a competitor on the show, I'm looking at them like, these are the girls I gotta look out for. I'm like, no matter what I gotta do, bitch, I gotta be on a destiny level. I gotta be on, you know? And bitch, they went home first, and I'm telling you, like, it was joy because I'm like, oh my God, bitch, the people who is the biggest contenders went home. So anyone in the competition is gonna be like, oh yeah, but realistically, they deserve to still be here. And like,
They
it's no
can be
shame.
next week.
That House of West, bitch, y'all are everything, and I'm a stan.
Okay.
Period.
Well, I want to thank both of you all for being here. I had such a good time.
It was fab.
We're going to work on a reunion, so I will see y'all again. We're going to do that. That's going to be cool.
Hello.
Okay.
10%.
I'm done.
10%.
You got it, period. I'm going to email you.
Pack
I got
rat.
the
Pack rat. Pack rat.
What's tea?
It's $10,000 right now, girl. Pack rat.
$10,000 on the call, bitch. $10,000 on the call.
Bitch, have you seen a $10,000 Zoom before? It's right here. Yo.
Thank y'all so much. I can't wait to see y'all on the next episode.
Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate
you so much for having us.
And thanks for doing this, because I think this is really needed in our community as a whole.
Absolutely.
You know, and to see the realness. Like, at the end of the day, Legendary will never be our version of Ballroom, but to me, it's steps for Ballroom to get in the right space with the people of the culture. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I will say for that.
It's a step towards the truth, baby.
Okay. Work it out. I can't wait to have y'all back on. I know y'all gonna be on the show some more, so I know
we're coming back.
Come on back, you know.
Baby.
Mike is always yours, and I will see y'all on TV next week.
Period.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Bye, Tigra. I love you. Bye. Love you. Yo.